couple of interesting things came to me about it, so I wanted to just say it for him and for us. I don't talk about this stuff much anymore because we've all come so far now, but in the early days of trying to talk about energy, and particularly out in the world, I had this slew of studies and stories that were true about trying to show everybody how much words, thoughts have energy. Let me just say that. I meant to read how Swamiji said it in his affirmation book this morning in the preface, but I forgot to read it, so I didn't, so bear with me. But I mean, I know what it is, but he, of course, said it so beautifully. But how important our thoughts are in terms of what we manifest in our lives and how we live. So that was the point. Thoughts, we put energy behind our thoughts, we put it into words as these affirmations, and we repeat them. So the more we say, for instance, within me lies the energy to accomplish all that I will to do. Very powerful statement. Says we already have the energy to do everything we want to do. Behind my every act lies God's infinite power. That is a powerful affirmation. It says you can never say, I can't, because it's not true. It's an untruth to say that. Within me, within every one of us, lies the energy to accomplish all that we will to do. Whatever you choose to do, if you genuinely choose it again, you can do it. You can. You are energy. We are. That's what Swamiji called that whole chapter in the Raja Yoga book. We are energy. That wasn't just some cute saying. We're energy. Energy doesn't get tired. It doesn't run out. It's infinite. Imagine that. If we had right attitude, we would never need to sleep. We would never need to eat. That's what some of these great saints have shown us, because that's a truth. We may not be living it, but it's the truth. Okay, so we do these affirmations because we want to remind, we want to get all of our thoughts and our laziness and our unconsciousness out of the unconscious, up all the way into the superconscious. So we do affirmations, we do many things. Well, there have been studies that have been done that show, for instance, you can give two groups of syrup of ipecac. Do you know what that is? It's medicine that we give that makes people throw up, and it makes you throw up violently. And we would do that if somebody took any kind of poison or an overdose, and it saved many lives. And it's 100%, that's what it does. However, they did a study, and they took two groups of people. One, they told them what they were going to be taking. The other, they said, this is a delicious tasting syrup, and it has all of these vitamins and minerals in it, and it's very good for you. And those people did not vomit. They did not vomit. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Now, we could say, what a terrible study to do. They used to, these studies, though, there's a side of them that's a little cruel. I could see where Adam was coming from. But they make a very strong point that we try and live by on this path. There was another study, I remember these, I can't remember all of them because it was 40 years ago that I was giving these talks. But another study where they gave mice chemotherapy in pineapple juice or something. I don't remember what the juice was. And the chemo would make them sick all the time. So something that would make them sick. Then later, they would give the mice plain pineapple juice, and the mice would get just as sick. Our minds are so powerful. Our ability to be swayed or changed by what we believe, by what we affirm. We use it in a very positive way. So when Adam asked me that question last night, I thought, you know, placebo, there's ethical questions about placebo studies for many reasons. That's not what we're talking about today, but just for instance, a drug's really effective and only half the people are getting it. You know, fortunately, many of the people who are running the studies will stop the study then and saying, this drug is too good. We don't want to withhold it from 50% of people. But there's a lot of ethical questions. But there's also a lot of good reason why you might use placebo at times, not the least of which is that we can convince people of many things and of many healing sides to certain things, just like you see in those studies. It's unimaginable that those women didn't throw up when they were given Ipecac, but they didn't. I remember the whole study. But how conditioned we get. We're so easily conditioned. So I think the idea of placebo can show us how strong the mind can be and how to positively use that aspect of the mind if we bring it now all the way around to spiritual teachings, because I'm not answering questions about, what's the word I want?
Ethics.
Ethics, exactly, thank you. That's not what I'm doing here today. I'm saying, let's think about how to use this on a spiritual path. So the fact that we can see the power of placebos and of telling people something other than what's true, but we watch how powerful it is, we can use that to our own good spiritually. I would say that question and some of the answers that came up really points to the power of these affirmations. You know, we were supposed to read these affirmations on Sunday and then say them all week. Now, I'm not going to ask you this, but if I said, raise your hand if you say the affirmation then every day of the week, probably very few of us would be raising our hands. But they're really powerful. And I know a lot of people who get very tired easily, who feel there's a lot they can't accomplish. I mean, we all do. But just saying that affirmation, which I have had on my refrigerator literally for decades, because I really wanted to know the truth of it. We could say it for every affirmation in the affirmation book. They're beautiful. But because in this life, I was always finding myself doing a huge amount on any given day, I had to believe that I had the energy to do it. I couldn't be one of these people who gets tired at 7 or who needed 10 hours sleep, or just wasn't my life. So I had to remember that I am energy. And it works. It works. If any of us practice an affirmation like that. So I felt, Adam, I would just say to you, I could see how your mind could go, that's not fair, we're tricking people, it's awful. But it's sort of a necessary evil in a way to do good studies, and we could turn it around and use it to our benefit. So anyway, I wanted to answer that.